By the way, my name is Versatile, aka the Attribute and Trust, the name you can trust when it comes to all things reactions. I'm gonna repeat that again. All right. By the way, my name is Versatile, aka the Attribute and Trust, the name you can trust when it comes to all things reaction. Shout out to all the returning subscribers. Shout out to the new subscribers. Shout out to get me. If you are new here and you haven't subscribed, you might as well hit the subscribe button, turn on your post notifications. Just as a disclaimer, paid promotion and that. The link is going to be in the pinned comment. So make sure you go check that out. I will explain that a little bit further later on down the line. Because as you can see, it says includes paid promotion, and that is in regards to something else. And we'll get into that. Yeah. I want to do things naturally. I don't want it to be like a false advertisement type of thing. It's got to be done naturally. But let's keep it moving. Where we left off from yesterday, in regards to Drake and Diddy might be the same person. So shout out to Jalopy Bungus, or Bungus. I don't know how to. Anyway, shout out to this brother for this. Yeah, let's get straight into it. No delays. Let's go.
This video is about to get very surgical, so stay with me to the end, okay? I am not. Let's make this clear first. I am not one of those people that think that Kendrick was just saying stuff to win a battle. I feel like if y'all have been following my channel for long enough, that you know that I don't think that Kendrick was just saying these things to win a battle.
Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Because here's the thing. There's two sides to it, yeah? You got one side where, let's put it this way. You got one side where, where you're just sparring. You got that. So it's just a friendly, it's not, sparring is kind of friendly, but it's not friendly. But you get the point, you're still going to get hit, yeah? And they're still going to hit you, but you know what I mean? And you could get knocked out when sparring. It is what it is. Or you can knock out someone in sparring. It is what it is, right? The point I'm trying to make is in an actual fight, yeah. And I'll say the gloves are off in this context, but like then it becomes a thing of, you know what? Maybe he is right. Because of the things that he said, that Drake said, Kendrick said, you mentioning my wife, you mentioning my kids, gloves are off. Now let's squabble up. But he did it in such a surgical way where it's so interesting. Because if you are a Kendrick Lamar fan, you would already known that there was no way Drake was winning this battle. No way. Even if it was a friendly one, like a friendly fade, there was no way he was going to win. No way. He may have a few clever lines here and there, but there was no way he was going to win. No way. Whether he had ghostwriters with him or not, there was no way he was going to win. Like, if you're a genuine, let's put it this way. If you're a genuine Drake fan and genuine Kendrick Lamar fan, pre-battle, yeah? Do you understand? I've never been a Drake fan, so you may be like, you're going to say that. But from a neutral's perspective, do you know what I mean? When you're going into the battle, sometimes you have to be in a neutral zone. Neutral. Let's see. You know what I mean? But I always had the inkling that Kendrick's got this. You know what I mean? Even with the euphoria, from then he already won. You don't understand. But let's keep moving. Let's go.
I think, mate, would he have said it if Drake didn't go low? That's debatable. I don't know.
See?
But I don't think Kendrick songs like Meet the Grams, I don't think that was just because Drake did what he did. I think there's truth to what Kendrick Lamar is saying.
No, but even if you listen to Meet the Grahams, pre-Meet the Grahams, you got 616 in LA. Or was that afterwards? No, I think it was before. And then even before that, right? With Euphoria, if you understand and listen to the lyrics of Euphoria, Kendrick says, you make music that pacify them. I could double down on that line, but I will spare you this time. That's random acts of kindness. What do you think that meant? Like, seriously. Seriously. Hey. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Let's see what he got to say.
And that's how I feel. I'm standing on that. The documentary that just came out about Diddy makes me feel even more solidified in that. Okay? And not only that, let's pull this up. Glasses Malone tweeted this, I think it was a few days after the documentary dropped.
Yeah, 2 days.
And he said, here's an idea. Diddy and Drake are the same person.
You literally have to pause on that. Diddy and Drake are the same person. But, okay, the question becomes, how and why are they the same person? And that makes sense. Do you get it? And there was something that Mimi, the music blogger, said during the battle. This was, I think, before Kendrick released yeah, it was just it was before Kendrick released his response, to push-ups. Like, I think I'll see if I can find that video. Do you know what I mean? Mimi, the music blogger, on, I think she was on Free Shot to the Killer podcast. Shout all of them out, by the way. Do you know what I mean? And so, like, looking back at it, even my comment I said, and I think I was using my other channel when I commented. Yeah, we gonna go to that. Yeah, we're gonna go to that. Let's keep it moving on. Let's go.
Now, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. When the battle was happening in real time, it felt like people were taking what Kendrick was saying way more seriously, right? I think real conversations were starting to be had.
I think from both sides, from both sides. Let's be real, from both sides. And I've seen other people's reactions, and most people, some of them were taking it literally, and some of them, do you get it? This is to the point where, I don't know why they call it a wife beater, but to the point where in Not Like Us, Kendrick's wife is wearing a wife beater, and she's either doing the blood walk or the crip walk or one of the walks. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And to the part where he's saying the family matter ain't the truth of the matter. It was God's plan to show you the liar. That, the significance of that says a lot. So anyway, let's keep it moving.
And real digging was starting to happening as well, right? And things were being connected to a lot of stuff, okay? And when you really think about it, and you start looking at the things that Kendrick is saying, and you line that up with how Diddy is being portrayed in this documentary, and what is being said about Diddy in this documentary, it's interesting how similar these individuals are as far as their, like, approach as well, right? And I want to go over the second verse of Meet the Grams one more time, and in the light of this documentary coming out. And not only that, the clip that we all know about, if you don't know about it, you about to, where Drake and Diddy are live on Instagram.
Oh, wait, okay? What?
We about to take.
I don't think I've seen that one. I don't think I have. Maybe I have. Maybe I haven't. I don't know. But wow. Okay. I know that they get into a fight at one point. But yeah, I even when I was watching the documentary, you can see my reaction to the documentary, and I apologize for the hollow sound on the microphone in those clips. Just giving you a warning. But basically, the way I will put it, is you see, excuse me, you see when it comes down to the situation in regards to Diddy, right? I lost train of thought. What the hell was I saying? No, what I was about to say was, I'm pretty sure I said That's interesting. Diddy's just like Drake. Diddy's the first culture vulture, or not the first, but you know what I mean. He's a culture vulture. Literally, like it doesn't matter what he has done and done for the scene. Like obviously, yeah, he helped sign Biggie. You know what I mean? Biggie like helped the New York scene, the East Coast scene to a degree. You know what I mean? Like, and then you obviously have the Mace connection and all that stuff there. Like, all right, cool. Do you know what I mean? Mary J. Blige, all that. All right, cool. Do you see what I'm gonna say? All right, the locks, cool, whatever. Do you know? And even to the point where, in a way, kind of helped the UK scene in a way where because if there's no DBE or sorry, my bad, there's no DBE, aka D Block Europe, without D Block, aka the locks. So bear that in mind. So I understand the level of influence he had at the time, and I understand it. And it's the same thing with Drake in the same sense. It's like I can understand there is some level of influence here and there, but there is a reality here where with Diddy, he don't write his own music. All right, cool. Some may argue, well, he's a business manager, entrepreneur, blah blah blah. So you can argue that all you want, yeah. Or is it? And it's like, all right, cool, whatever. Drake doesn't have he. Drake doesn't write most of his songs. And then one would argue, well, he did argue and say, well, just like artists or songwriters, well, in other cultures, they have different, they have songwriters, and he's right. Like R&B, they have some songwriters. That he's right. You know what I mean? But in hip hop, there is a discrepancy here and there. But there's not to say you can't have ghostwriters or have other people write your bars. Yeah, but it must be known information. Or if it's not known information, it must be a case of you gotta walk, you gotta wear it. Be proud. Not and remember, Easy E said it. Ice Cube writes the things I say. You get you so it's not new. It's not new. Jay-Z known to have wrote arguably some of the biggest hits in hip hop for other artists, especially Dr. Dre. So it's not new. Then one could argue and be like, okay, well, why did he not why did he not accept it? That's his own fault. When you own who you are and what you do, no one can't tell you nothing. The same with Kanye West. We know he has a team of writers, but here's the other thing: don't claim that you're the best rapper if or the best MC if other people write your music as a rapper. Don't put yourself in a debate. And if you're a fan of that artist or that rapper or whatever, don't put them in that debate. Fair is fair. Let's go.
Look at both of these things. All right. Now, verse 2 on Meet the Grams. Let's skip to where is it at?
Him and
Right
Weinstein
here.
should get okay.
Your son's a sick man with sick thoughts. I think niggas like him should die. Him and Weinstein should get effed up in his cell for the rest of their life. Hates black women, hypersexualizing with kinks of an info fetish. Grew facial hair because he understood being a beard just fit him better. Now, when you look at the context of this documentary, right? And you look at these lyrics,
it fits exactly like he's talking
this sounds
about
like
Diddy.
this could be applied to Diddy.
Facts. Facts.
Does it not?
Facts.
This sounds like if you didn't know Kendrick and Drake was beefing and you just heard this second verse, right? And you're not in and you don't know about the name, this could be applied to Diddy.
Facts.
Let's continue. He got fenders on OVO that he keep on a monthly allowance. A child should never be compromised, that he keep it a child around him. Predators like him lurk for he's a die.
I'm glad he mentioned about a child because he's twins, yeah. Nah, man. It's sad. It's sad. His daughters, I don't know how many daughters he has. I think he's got 4 or 3. I don't even know. He definitely has twins, but like the one with Sarah Chapman as well, and I think he's got another daughter as well, which is the youngest one, I believe. Can't remember, but either way, right? Um, Seeing those twins, especially on social media, and cool, they're doing content. They're trying to live their life. Now, whether it's exactly what Tisa Tells was saying yesterday and what we reacted to, fair enough. But even then, they need to be off social media. They need to be protected. They need therapy more like as well. That's another thing I suggest. But then, as for the boys now, Justin, well, he's implicated in something. Do you know what I mean? According to the documentary, according to Little Rod. And then Christian Combs, or aka Peasant Combs, he's also implicated in other things as well, similar to allegedly. And obviously with Justin as well, allegedly, like I said, according to Little Rod. So the point I'm trying to make is, yeah, look, we have to, not even we, but like as adults, if you're a parent, yeah, you would you should know out of all people as parents, yeah, and if you want to be parents, you should know you have to be very on high alert, yeah, on your environment for your children. And that means also how you move, how you act, how you react. Because children don't just follow what you do, sorry, follow what you say. They don't just take orders like that. Do you understand? They follow what you do. They mimic all the things you don't say, they pick up on that. Like they literally pick up on that and they internalize that. And then how they use that information, you never ever know how and when they'll use that information. That's how that like I know it sounds wild and mad to say, but that's just the harsh truth. But let's keep it moving.
Like, bro, I've been in this industry 12 years. I'm gonna tell y'all one little secret. It's some weird stuff going on. Some of these artists be here to police it.
Yep. We'll get into the whole other situation with the whole Marlon Wayans versus 50 Cent. You see exactly what's happening. There's a lot of no, not even a lot. For now, I see Marlon Wayans and Ja Rule. It may seem like for me, it seemed like the defendant Diddy. Yeah, from my perspective, but we'll get into that. But again, the first chapter. Let me see if I can remember the name of the first chapter. First chapter. First chapter of 50th law. Yeah, the first chapter of the 50th law is titled "See Things for What They Are: Intense Realism." All right. Now, the reason why I bring that up, yeah, I highly recommend you buy that book, yeah, The 50th Law by Robert Greene and 50 Cent, yeah. The link to that is going to be in the pinned comment. Disclaimer, I will get some level of commission payment from it. Hey, listen, I gotta get paid. I gotta increase the quality to give you good quality and all that stuff there, and yeah, take care of the bills and all that stuff there. You know what I'm saying? But no, for real though, in all seriousness, the link to that it will be in the pin comment to purchase your book, and the problem is when you don't understand things, there's a solution, and that is to learn. Do you understand? And the great reset that's happening, you read that book, you will be ahead of, not only will you be ahead of time, so you know how to move about and do what's necessary, you will see things for what they are. Because all of this stuff, do you know what I mean? I've read the book. Do you know what I mean? I've read the book. So I know the power of the book. I already know it. Yeah. But anyway, you can see that for yourself. All right. We will all win by staying on the same level of upward trajectory of positive energy, and you know what I mean, during this great reset. But let's keep it moving. Let's go.
So when we think about the one thing that the Diddy documentary didn't really speak on is the strings that were pulling him around. That's a whole nother conversation. The strings that were pulling him around. Because I think the documentary really is shielding it in a way where it feels like it starts and ends at Diddy, which
No,
is strategic.
I don't think the hmm. I know what he's saying, but I don't think it come to me personally. It doesn't come across as it starts off and ends with Diddy. I do feel as though it did kind of end in a cliffhanger. Like there's more that could be done, and there's some things that need to be included that could have been included but were not included. So there's that. Then you have to add the fact that you see with what's his name, Kirk Burrows. There's a lot of stuff that he could talk on. Do you get me? Gene Deal wasn't also part of the documentary. Where, listen, we'll get into that another day for another subject. So turn on your post notifications when AuberyODay posts a full video. I don't want to just react to just clips. You know what I mean? 10, 20-minute clips. Give me the full interview and I'll react to a full interview. All right. So he was in the documentary. You know what I mean? The situation with Kim Porter, that could have been expanded a bit. The situation with Misa, I won't say it could have been expanded, but it still could be expanded just a bit. Do you know what I mean? To include, and well, yeah, yeah. Like there's a whole lot of things that need to be said and done, and then this Chris Lighty situation, because that I don't think that was mentioned. The incidents where I think Diddy had a problem with Chris Light at one point. I can't remember. Let me see if I'm right. And I could be wrong. Did Diddy have a problem with Chris Lighty? Okay. Business Insider, Diddy trial testament, mogul grip to Chris Lighty. They yeah, they did, because I think it was brought up in his testimony. I mean, in his trial, in Diddy's trial. So you have that. So and this adds to another thing. It adds to why 50 also probably has, why it may feel like 50 has a personal vendetta towards um Diddy. But again, I don't know. You tell me. But there's loads of situations in regards to Diddy, and there's just too much stuff going on, man. But anyway, let's go.
Strategic, obviously, right? But
Oh, and he said about strings being pulled. I get it. There's names that you could say like Clyde Davis, allegedly. But then that opens up a whole nother kind of worms. Do you know why? Because Whitney Houston's situation and then Bobby Christina's situation. Look how they both, that situation there, yeah. Then you have to also take into consideration what Shaka Khan said in one interview. I forgot what interview it was for, but it was shortly after the whole situation regarding Whitney Houston. And she basically said it, she said it, worth more than alive. Do you know what I mean? To some of these labels. That's what she said. Not verbatim, but along those lines. So you take that into consideration, right? Like there's so much, like, but then you got, I don't know, man. No one's perfect, but come on, man.
We not talking about the strings that were pushing him around, right?
Okay.
And when we think about what your boy Jeffrey was doing on a political level, as far as gaining blackmail on people, and
Oh,
putting people in
Jeffrey Epstein,
positions where they had to
allegedly.
do certain things in order to avoid the blackmail, right? This is what I hear when Kendrick Lamar is talking about it's some weird stuff going on and some of these artists be here to police it. There's gatekeepers. There's people who are like, that's what I think when I hear this verse. I didn't hear this song and thought, oh, he just killing Drake. No, my mind was broader than that. My mind was
Hey, but still.
thinking about all of the systems, right, that are being used to do these things to people, right? And how this verse feels like using Drake as an example, as a face of it, while simultaneously addressing it,
Talking about hours.
addressing everything else. And it's
No, yeah, it makes sense. That's how I first interpret it when I listen to it. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I'm like, and then around that same time, I remember there was a post, a Twitter thread, and they were literally showing other things. Like, I was like, this is mad, but it was relation to Drake anyway. But like, I'm thinking, raw, this is mad. I think like a Tinder profile type of thing. I don't know how to explain it. It just looked mad. And yeah. Aside from that, when you're talking about gatekeepers, it's the same thing. Why do you think Sean Combs, aka Diddy, or whatever the hell he wants to call himself, like, why do you think he got away? It seemingly looked like he got away with things for so long. It's because gatekeepers. I don't even want to use the word gatekeepers. I'm going to use the word, there's individual people that enable his behavior. I said it in my previous live stream reaction. If you didn't catch that, it's, do you know what I mean? It's all available to watch or whatever. But like, when I said that, I more or less said that at the end of the day, realistically, yeah, these people, like from the college, in fact, no, it was the day before yesterday, the HBC, or what was it? Howard University, I think it was, that Diddy went to. The things he was doing at the college dorm or uni dorm, whatever you want to call it, whoever was head at that uni, they allowed him to get away with stuff because there was no consequence. Then so on and so forth. The same thing within the industry. They allow him to get away with stuff. Look how you think look how Marlon is responding. We'll get into that much later on here, but look how he's responding. When you enable behavior, they start to feel like they can get away with the behavior.
It's a
Anyway,
perfect
let's go.
spot to fit in because it's not like he's saying other people's names. It's not like he's
True.
right. He's making this about Drake, and Drake went below the belt first. So it's the perfect way to really get this stuff off. But when you really think about it after watching that documentary, then coming back to this verse, I'm not one of those people that think that was just about a battle. They leave videos of themselves to further push their agenda. They be streamlining victims all inside of their home, calling them tender, then leak videos of themselves to further push their agendas. To anyone that be playing this music, know that you're playing your sister, niece, and the weird Cat Williams said, give you the truth, so I'm going to get mine. The embassy about to get raided too. It's only a matter of time.
And this is why I keep saying it's only inevitable at this point when it comes to Drake. Inevitable. Like, I don't wish that bad on nobody unless you done dirty and you have no remorse. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is, I don't know, for some reason, I don't know when it will happen, but I feel it will happen. I don't want it, and when it does happen, I don't want to be like, I told you so. Nah, I'll be calm about it. I'll be here to react, but I'll be calm about it. Like, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Do you think Drake's yard or house, whatever you want to call it, these houses, these mansions, or whatever, do you think soon it's going to get raided? Do you think soon it's, you know what I mean? I know some people don't, excuse me, sorry, I know some people want to say, oh, Jay-Z's next, blah, blah, blah. Even if he is next, it's not even about who's next. You know what I mean? If someone has done dirty, done evil, eventually that will come to light. And a great reset is happening. That's all I'm saying. Regardless of anything, a great reset is happening. Let's go.
Hey, LeBron, keep the family away. Curry, keep the family away. When you look
If
at
you're
what's
looking at
going
you
on with
too,
Diddy,
if you're standing by him and keep the family away.
it's like, what we doing? Okay? Now that we've seen it from that perspective, right? You can really say from top to bottom, outside of the context of who Drake is, this verse can apply to Diddy. It really
100%.
can. I'm not saying that was Kendrick's
100%.
intention, but this verse can apply to Diddy after watching that documentary. Okay?
I agree with that. And even the song Watch the Party Pie, you know what I'm saying? Like, that also could apply to Diddy. Because it was so magic because that song came out. When did that song come out? Obviously, it was not an official release. But when it dropped, like, I swear to you, a few days later, that's when Diddy got arrested. Like, I kid you not. Let's keep
Now,
moving on. I'm
keeping
looking at
that
the
in
camera.
mind, let's talk about Whacked Out, a line in Whacked Out Mural specifically, okay? And I'll just say it. I don't gotta pull it up. We all listen to the damn album.
100%.
Kendrick says, I know propaganda work for them, and whoever that's close to them, the niggas that coon, the niggas that's being groomed, slide on both of them.
Wait, before we get into that, let's just slide over to this for a moment, yeah, because I need you to see this. What I'm thinking, yeah, because I had to ask, when did Kendrick release "What's the Party Pie"? And then it says Kendrick Lamar released a song unofficially titled "I'll Be Real with You." When I first saw the song, no one knew what the title of the song was. Nobody knew what. I thought it was called Black Air Forces. How about that? I genuinely thought that was the name of the song. But now, as time goes on, it's actually called "What's the Party Pie," and it's also called the day the party pied. On September 11th, 2024, as a surprise drop on his Instagram following his Super Bowl halftime performance announcement. Yeah, with the track critiquing the music industry. Now, I know it says critiquing the music industry, but if you listen to the lyrics, some people thought, "Oh, is he still dissing Drake?" But what if he was also dissing Diddy? Because look, watch this, yeah. Remember that date, September 11th, 2024, right? When did Diddy get arrested? In 2024. 4 days later. Sorry, that's not 4 days later, that's 5 days later. Anyway, no, that is, look, my maths is off, all right? Allow it. Like, I'm not 100%, yeah, but like, I'm there. All right, so Sean Combs is arrested on September 16th, 2024. 24. So, think about it, yeah? I hope he does get into it. If he doesn't, if Jalopy doesn't get into it, it's fine. It's right. It is what it is. But the timeline matters. Yeah, the timeline matters. And did Kendrick know he was going to get arrested? I doubt it, but let's go.
Now, when I heard that bar, I'm thinking about the people that are in these positions, grooming
Hold
no propaganda
on.
work for them, and fuck whoever that's close to them. The niggas that coon, the niggas that's being groomed, slide on both of them. Now,
that first part, yeah. Where is it? Okay, yeah, you ready? It's not even there. He didn't put it up. But that part we're talking about the ninjas that coon. I genuinely thought he was talking about, and I still think it is. He was talking about I don't even want to give them free promo, but basically, I know they're UK based. They say that, and then obviously when he's mentioning the ninjas that coon in regards to that, he's literally also talking about Charlemagne. That was what I concluded. Like, I'm not even lying to you. I'll tell you from now, that's exactly what I concluded. What did you conclude when you first listened to that? Leave your answer in the comment section below. Let's go.
When I heard that bar, I'm thinking about the people that are in these positions, grooming the next person to come up and take that position. It's a system. It's a system that the ones who are doing the footwork, right, with the faces of the footwork in order to hide the real faces, are being exposed. Your Jeffries and your Diddies. But what about the people that were supposed to take those positions after that? Because it's a system, like I said. I don't think I'm crazy to say, right, that you could consider Drake potentially being one of those people. I don't think I'm crazy to say that. Because of the things that we've been seeing since this battle took place, before this battle took place. Okay? Now, we all know these celebrities communicate with each other, very aware of the people, and they know what we don't know. So therefore, they're able to talk to each other in ways that we are not. You feel what I'm saying? Check.
And that's the thing. Like, when you think about it, yeah, I definitely seen this, like this Diddy and Drake video. Like, because when you think about it, yeah, this is why, if you think about it logically, yeah, this is why many, even when on trial, many celebrities still weren't talking about Diddy like that. Do you understand? They still wasn't talking. They're afraid. It's like, I don't know. It's either they're keeping to a code where they could either be outed one day and you never know, or I don't know. I don't know what it is. The only person who's not afraid is 50 Cent. That guy is not afraid.
This out though. Okay? This right here puts things in a whole different context after watching that documentary.
Much, man. I hope I can come to your house soon, or you can come to my house soon.
Yo, we can't wait. We can't wait.
I love you so much, man.
And that's not even. Hold on.
This is big right here.
Hold on.
Just delivered a bunch of equipment today for the healthcare workers. So salute to famous we are, no matter how much money we have or don't have, whatever it is. I just really want people to like not get out and in a month forget all these rough times that we went through. So I would love if everybody just carried this energy forward. I think that's
so. This time, use your time to prepare for the war that we in. The war that we in is the future is at risk, and it's up to us and our love.
What future?
To you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, yo, man, check this out. We started this organization called Team Love, and that's what it's about.
We not buying this right here no more, right? So now that we know we're not buying this, let's look. Let's look at what's being said on the in betweens. Now that we know we're not buying this anymore.
So it's about continue that.
I mean, we wasn't. If you knew, you knew. You wasn't really buying this, but.
Continuing that on. A lot of people feel like it's a rock. Okay, all right. The crib. That means I'm dropping something really, really crazy. So tell us about what you're working on in the studio.
Well, I'm
Hold on. I didn't become. Yeah, here it is.
You know, for me, I was just trying to, pick a different beat, have some fun, and everything for a reason.
Fire. Hey yo, I called you that night that I saw it. And I was like, that's one of the coolest videos I've seen in a long time. It took the Bad Boy videos to a whole nother level. It was inspirational, I was inspired. I was up the next couple of days and I was working out extra hard. And they was like, why are you working out so hard? I was just like, did you see that Drake video? Oh my God, that's what inspiration. Video? People, when we do great things, love.
Man, for real.
All right, we go. Hold on, I'm gonna move my I got the up, and we want to just thank you. And I was inspired.
Here we go.
The next couple of days, and I was working out extra hard, and they was like, "Why you working?" people, when we do great things, it's inspiring the people, to the culture. You know what I'm saying? That you show that it can be done. So without further ado, we're about to dance with you. We're going to get it set up. And we want to just thank you. And I want to thank you for your friendship. I want to thank you for your friendship for over 10 years. Shout out to Chubbs, Future the Prince, the whole entire OVO crew. You know what I'm saying? Love, love, love.
Man, for real.
All right, we hold on. I'm going to move my I got the family.
Gotta go.
Street shit. I'ma show you how to get it. It go right foot.
Or you could come to my house.
Here we go.
Yo, we can't wait. We can't.
Or you could come to my house. Stay safe. I hope I could come to your house.
Me, I can't stop.
I hope y'all stay safe.
Damn,
I
they.
hope.
All right, man. Anyway, what was said in the video was Drake is essentially talking about how Diddy influenced him and paved the way, and he wanted to be just like, it was really like he was saying that Diddy laid the foundation for what he.
Okay, I get the point. I think I get it now. Obviously, he laid the foundation. Not. All right, look at it this way, yeah. I get what you're trying to say. The things that Diddy is being accused of, and if you think about what Drake has also been accused of, they're more or less parallel. Like, do you know what I mean? You know, like that Spider-Man meme where they're pointing at each other. It's more or less like that. Because with Drake, you have excess testosterone, allegedly. And even excess testosterone said, if anything happened to me, just know it was Drake, allegedly. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Now look, hear me out, yeah? Even from a music perspective, it's the same thing. Do you know what I mean? Ghostwriters, dancing, they're more or less the same. But aside from that, their activities, do you know what I'm saying? When I say their activities, the certain activities that immoral and unethical and disgusting and just pure nasty, same difference. So if Diddy's getting locked up and he's locked up now, and obviously there may be pending charges, you know what I mean? But I say, yeah, the 77 plus pending charge case. Then you've also got the one that potentially may happen due to witness tampering. So, do you know what I mean? That could add on to his 50 months. So, and then obviously, Diddy's linked to allegedly Tupac and Biggie. But then there's also Shakira Stewart. There's also Kim Porter. Someone also tried to include also, is it Brittany Murphy? Come on, man. It's too much, man.
He is creating, right? And I can't find that clip, but I'm sure some of y'all have seen it. And what's interesting about that clip is that if you break through, right, the act that they're putting on, right? We know what Diddy's doing is an act now, so we can understand that. And you read between the lines, it feels like somebody was gearing up to take a certain position or create their own position that was similar if they hadn't done so yet. So I find that very interesting. I really do. Okay. All of that combined, right? All of that combined. You can't tell me that there's not, I did all the way down to the embassy about to get raided. I don't know if this is not a joke. I don't think this is just to win the battle. I really don't. I really don't, y'all. I really don't. I really don't. So I'm going to have to go and we are going to find out. We're going to find out. We're going to find out.
Because even Kendrick did say, F a rap battle. This is a lifelong battle with yourself. He did say that. So that part.
Find out what this whole thing has been about. So, yeah. And we'll see. But until then, like, comment, subscribe, especially if you're new here, especially if you've been here. I appreciate all y'all for supporting as usual. And I'll be putting the Discord down in the comments. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Expect a lot of videos. We got a whole lot to
Should
talk
I
about.
react to this one? Monsters
Okay,
on board, the
because-
created, the reckoning breakdown.
I'm gonna catch
Let me know
y'all.
in the comments. Let me know in the comments. I'll probably do it another time. But anyway, let's just keep it moving. Oh, snapped. Wait, no, DDG. Sorry. There's someone else that I'm thinking I need to react to their content in regards to it. I'm thinking of Bilu and Zayas. If you know, you know. I'm gonna see, or maybe I am Dante. I'm gonna figure this out anyway. So I said, I've seen the clip you're talking about. The dude Drake talks about how he modeled himself after Diddy and looked up to him since he days at Howard. Grew a facial hair because he's understood being the beard just fits him better. How did I have the same exact thought when they said Diddy was obsessed with chasing other dudes' girls? And yeah, that was the other thing. That was the other thing. That's exactly what Drake does. He does the same thing. He chases other girl. He chases other, even if they're exes, he will still chase after. He will chase after them. He will chase after them. When they had the beef for Common, who did he go after? Serena Williams. Do you see what I'm trying to say here? So there's like there's so many situations, man. Now I don't even like to explain it. There's so many. It's like they are the same people. This is why you got to be careful who you want to model yourself after. No, model yourself after who God wants you to be. You know what I mean? And I know they want to use God's name, but they always use it in vain. Always. Anyway, so the next thing we're gonna get into, yeah, I'm gonna show you something, yeah. So let's just switch over to here. I want to see something. All right, hold on. So another thing is, what is it? Top 5. No. What was it? Conversation against Drake. Because here's the other thing. All right, yeah, this is the one I'm gonna react to. All right, so boom. Look, you see with Kendrick here. So yeah, you see with Kendrick. Kendrick put himself in a position where when he talks, you listen, and he just does what he does. He stays out the way. You get it? Drake is basically essentially like Diddy. Talks too much, does too much, and whatever the case is. Now watch this, yeah? You see when it comes down to Drake, yeah? Here's the issue in comparison to Diddy and what I've noticed. I'm not saying top 5, or I don't even not call him top 5, because why is he named top 5? I'm not saying he is Drake's bodyguard, but he was close to Diddy, right? So he's close to Drake. Just like Roger Bonds was close to Diddy and now speaking against him. Do you see the difference? If you don't, let's watch this and we're about to find out. Let's go.
Hey, yo, what is going on, bro?
I know Drake is ready for this year to be over with already.
Pick a side, pick a side.
Listen, top 5 is now switching sides.
Oh, hell no!
Yeah, you heard.
I think he done opened up the floodgates, y'all.
Top 5 is switching sides, man.
Apparently, Top 5 has completely flipped the switch, flipped the script. Top 5 opened up the floodgates for those that really were secret Kendrick Lamar fans, y'all.
For real.
For the last 2 years, Drake's life, his career and everything has been salt bathed with L's.
For real.
Drake?
Top 5
You
has
go back.
decided he wants to be on Team
Salt bathed with L's.
That's mad. I can't even laugh for it properly.
Drake?
Top 5 has decided he wants to be on Team Kendrick.
Get right here, man.
I know it sounds crazy.
All it took was a year
Get
for this
out
man
of
to
here,
have to
man.
change
You know what
the
I'm saying?
tune.
Now, is a hierarchy to the Drake meat gobblers. I think they might be interchangeable, but you got Ack, and then right underneath Ack, you got top 5.
I think DJ Academics is next.
Top 5. If you know who this.
I think DJ Academics is next. I mean, he's already been compromised to the point where Kendrick already said it in 616 in a day. Do you understand? But I guess at this point, to fully be against Drake, yeah, that's another story.
This is one of Drake's biggest glazers. They called him Drake Shooter, whatever.
Now, bro is out here openly seeming to flip-flop or switch sides.
Not only that, but he's posting Kendrick Lamar's disses and calling Drake a PDF.
I'm sorry, what? Hold on, well, let me go back. I'm sorry, you said what, the who, when, with what?
The main reason we even know who top 5 is through Drake.
Now, apparently people still do not play about loyalty. If they catch you messing with their ops, just believe they're going to do some diabolical shit.
This originated with Top 5 and Pressa having an issue, right? If you don't know, Pressa is a known person out of Toronto, known artist, dated Coil Ray.
And he's also got a couple hits. Back in 2017 on his tour in Europe, Drake actually brought Pressa with him on tour. Pressa was back in Toronto. He was getting into trouble. He was facing serious charges like kidnapping somebody from ransom and also assault with a weapon. Now, everybody knows Top 5, Drake's alleged shooter.
Top 5 is another guy who is out of Toronto, who Drake has saved from prison, and he felt like he came out owing Drake everything. He was ready to slide for Drake, all that shit. And he makes or doesn't make music. We don't care. I don't know.
So Drake is...
He makes or doesn't make music? I don't know, but we don't care. For real. We don't. So let's go.
Cool with both Pressa and Top 5. He's got a good relationship with them. Now, fast forward to last year, Pressa and Top 5 fall out.
Pressa and Drake's shooter, Top 5, have an issue. They've been beefing.
Apparently, over some money issues, Top 5 actually separated himself from Pressa and his guys. And ever since then, it's been up. Today, Drake posted Pressa's album that just came out this weekend. You know, because that's his mans. You gotta support your mans when he drops an album.
So Drake shouted out Pressa.
The man could have easily ignored this post. He could have been on his Ray Charles, hey, listen, that's Drake. If he wants to support Pressa, that's cool. I'ma just act like I didn't see it. But not Top 5.
So now we have Top 5 coming out calling Drake disloyal.
And that's the thing. If you think about it logically, yeah, as a whole, yeah, if you're friends with someone, yeah, and this is where it becomes mad, because it's like, just because you're friends with someone, the person you have a situation with, the person you dislike, and you have a beef with them, or whatever the case may be, does it mean that other person they should be loyal to you, or should they be loyal to the person you have beef with as well? Like, it's a catch-22. Like, what do you do? In Drake's case, maybe he could have just sat them down and said, look, you're both my friends. Like, just chill. We don't need any internal conflict right now. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know in the comments below.
About, yeah, I like Not Like Us.
He's promoting it.
He posted a picture of Kendrick on his Instagram story talking about Chun-Li.
He got on stream with the DJ that don't spin and talked about his grievances with Drake.
It gets worse. Ladies and gentlemen.
The DJ that don't spin. I just clocked that. Who that was. He's talking about DJ Academics. Hey, yo.
It gets worse.
Now, initially, I thought Top 5 was trolling. Now, that was all until I saw Top 5 actually posted the part where Kendrick Lamar calls Drake a PDF, allegedly.
Certified lover boy, certified pedophile. It does seem kind of crazy to have somebody that is your right-hand person, shooter, be beefing with this person, and then you post them. He obviously don't care about that relationship.
We do know that Top 5 has been attacked a couple of times.
Bro just got poked up
in London.
He's been stabbed, he's been shot at just in 2025 alone.
Now, during the Wireless Festival, where for some reason, can someone tell me why you're celebrating 20. All right, look, let's put this into perspective. Yeah, you have a festival. No, in fact, there's a festival in your country. I don't know what country you're in. You can let me know in the comments below. There's a festival in your country, and they celebrate 20 years. Initially, they started off with a certain select of genres of music, all right, in the first few years. Then they went to different genres, and then they maintained doing those genres. Yeah. Now, personally, if it's 3-day festival, which it usually is, then usually, correct me if I'm wrong, the headline should also be in the same vein. There should never be one artist that is not from that country that headlines. It doesn't matter if they're the most popular in the world. In fact, even to the point where they're not as popular, they're still headlining. Make it make sense, right? This is why that Drake lawsuit was absolutely stupid. Yeah. Anyway, aside from that, against UMG, by the way. So the reason why I'm saying this, yeah, is how did Drake? We'll get back to the video. I just got to get this off my chest. Like, how did he manage to headline a 3-day festival? Free. And then one of them, you have the cheek to say at the start before selling it. You know, when selling the tickets, they had the cheek to say Drake and the man them. You see, if I was Skepta, hey, listen, yo, Drake, listen, don't ever do that again. I want to perform because naturally I want to get paid and I want to do my music and have a good time. But after this, we ain't boys. We ain't not. You can rub off that BBK tattoo. You understand that? Anyway, let's go.
I don't know if it was over nothing to do with that, but like just him being, you know, connected with bro and then being out there talking about ain't nobody out here really gonna do nothing to us or whatever, to get poked and then basically get thrown out the window like, new machine out now. I don't know, bro.
So Hitter J3 shared this on Twitter. He says he know the real now. LOL certified what?
Hitter be quick, bro. He be on top, bro. He be talking. Anytime somebody say something, bro, he be one of the first people I be looking for to see what he gonna say.
He posted saying, yo, now top 5 switching sides and posting that. Nah, stay on that side. It be all good when niggas be pawns to you off the board. And
oh, that's a bar.
Oh, that's a bar.
That's a bar.
That's a disgusting, filthy bar.
And then it gets even more crazier, you guys.
So he's communicating with top 5. I guess it's on Instagram.
Hitter J3, I believe, is in the purple.
So he communicates, oh, we homies now, LOL. I bet.
Top 5 says, my dog, what up?
Hitter J3 says, what's happening, gang? You see how shit be? Stay true to you.
So he giving him a pep talk.
Top 5 says, man, that nail polish guy a weirdo, for real, for real.
Damn!
Hey, stop that. I need a sample, for real. Nah, wait. You see, this is what we talk about. Listen, here's the educational moment. You can't buy your friendships. Friendships are often built off mutual things or mutual interest. I give you a prime example. Although we're not friends like that now, but when I first started, when I moved to a new area, this was like when I was in year 6, and I remember the person that was showing me around the school ended up sitting next to on his desk or whatever. Pause, no Diddy. Sitting there, basically show me around the school, and basically in class, we sat next to each other. Pause, no Diddy. That sounds mad. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Like basically, long story short, I saw his pencil case. It said Chelsea Football Club. It had the logo, the old school logo. If you know, you know. And I'm like, you support Chelsea? You know, I can't remember the words verbatim, but like the conversation, yeah. but we became friends because of that. To the point where when I ended up going into we ended up going to the same secondary school, and do you know what I mean? In the first, I think year 7 and year 8, his dad was teaching me how to box. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, until this day, I still remember. Do you know what I mean? Like the gloves, how to put on the gloves properly. Do you know what I mean? And my hands, whenever I think about boxing, naturally my hands go like that because I feel like I'm putting on boxing gloves. But anyway, let's keep it moving.
Bro,
let me know how you became friends with
nobody
one of
likes
your
you, nigga.
And that's what I'm telling y'all about these transactional relationship. When the shit transactional, this the kind of results that you get, man.
These niggas ain't your friends. Just understand they're with you because they think that they could do something for you. All of these niggas agree with what Kendrick was saying.
If you all of a sudden don't like some shit, you can't come out here and act like you was for the other side all along and you never had an issue.
This is the same man who literally said if he saw Kendrick, he would do XYZ to him. If he's caught in Toronto without security, he would do XYZ to him.
Kendrick say about to book a show. He say about to shut the place down still.
You sure?
I'm gonna be with all the police.
No, even he's with the police. He's done. He's done. He's done. He's done. He ain't coming. He ain't fucking coming.
As Kendrick was coming into town to do his sold out stadium show in Toronto, we saw Top 5 standing outside of a hotel talking about he can't get in.
Oh, yeah,
he's got all the security. They locked me out.
Every door in the Noble Hotel. Man even cut everything off. Man bought everything. He's a bitch.
Bro, come on now, dog.
Now, dog, I'm telling y'all, this is just snaky shit, man. This is snaky shit. And even if it's Drake, I mean, I don't care that it's happening to y'all. I'm happy for y'all. I love this for y'all.
Don't say a word, brother.
But this is the shit that people do, man. If you felt like that nail polish guy is a weirdo, say this shit long time ago. Get that shit off your chest. This is what happens with.
No, I hear what you're saying, yeah. But it speaks to what Kendrick was saying in 616 in LA. Like, again, another song from Kendrick Lamar that is aging well. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's aging like fine wine. But let's keep it moving. Let's go.
You got people around you that you think is riding for you for real, and they really not.
Unrealistic, all this shit, B-man. I've been saying, I feel like sometimes it feel like WWE. Sometimes.
Now, we all know how Drake feels about people supporting Kendrick, let alone people trying to insinuate anything about him being a PDF.
I don't see Drake playing with this because, I mean, this man is in court suing over this shit.
I'm gonna sue.
He's dead serious about it. This is some next level hatred right here.
And now we have academics talking to Top 5 and explaining where everything went left with Pressa and, of course, the boy himself, Aubrey Drake Graham.
Top 5 says he did it because Drake was disloyal for posting Pressa's diss track aimed at him. He even doubled down on Kendrick's Not Like Us bar. They tell me Chubb's the only one to get your hand-me-downs. Top 5 says that line is facts. I love to see it. Y'all listen up, listen up.
But what's up? So I seen you and Pressa's biggest op, aka Drake's top shotter. Top 5 claps back by posting Kendrick.
X shooter. I ain't shooting for him no more.
No, you Drake shooter. Come on now. You told me you got a hit list. You say you moving around like you're moving around. You got a couple niggas to take out for.
Ak, tell me if that's not disloyalty.
Okay, all right, hold on. All right, break it down to me. Break it down. You and Pressa aren't seen eye to eye. Could y'all reconcile or not? Yes, sir.
I don't like being around trannies. That's the real issue.
Oh, okay.
I don't like being around trannies. You agree, right?
I mean, what? But who's a transsexual in this situation?
Pressa.
No, Pressa's a heterosexual, man. Come on, man.
Oh, shit.
Does Drake know you guys aren't seen eye to eye?
He knows, bro. I talk to him every day. So when I woke up this morning and I seen him, I'm like, yo.
That's crazy. He just said he talks to Drake every day. Of course, he's exaggerating, but I'm pretty sure he talks to Drake regularly, right? Or at least has access to talk to him, because we've seen the FaceTime, we've seen the screenshots, we know they linked up, we've seen them together.
No, he's right, because naturally, that's why I say with friendship, it's a weird one, yeah. Because I want to say it's a weird one. If you know your friend is no longer friends with one of your friends, and they have a problem with something, and then they say something, and you post it, there's an issue. Because why are you posting it? You should know that I have this problem with this person. The least you can do, if you still want to support him publicly, that's fine, but support him in a way where it's not to the point where he's dissing. I guess I don't know, like, or maybe not that. No. I don't know. Maybe because it might not necessarily be a diss, because you could have a problem with them for whatever reason. But I don't know. Personally, I don't even know. At this point, the ages that they are, I don't even know. How old is he? That's another question. How old is... Hold on. How old is top 5? How old is it? Let me see. He's 26 years old. Okay. Let me see something. How old is Pressa? 29 years old. So, either way, ages alone, they should be in a position to handle this here as grown men. And as Drake being the oldest one out of those two, or out of the three of them, should I say, he should be able to say, you know what? All right, enough of this. Let's sit down. Let's talk like grown men. Let's air out the problems. Solve this problem internally. Because this is messing up the bag for me, you, and everyone else. This is messing up your mentals. Do you understand? If, like, I don't know how he would approach it or how he should approach it, but as a grown man, do you understand? If you and it's mad because obviously you shouldn't. There's sometimes you shouldn't interfere, but in some situations maybe you should. But I'm sure Drake is in the position to be able to interfere. Like, I get it in some cases. Like, it's different if they are at it on like just battling, like rap battle. That's a different scenario. Do you understand? But aside from that, it's not that scenario, is it? There's obviously a proper internal issue. But hey, I don't care either way. Let's go.
A lot. So once again, how can you just randomly post someone on your story? No matter what's going on with the beef, you're still Drake.
It's not even like a bad mind thing. It's like I'm the one that got him at first. I'm the one that, I swear to God, you can call Drake right now. I'm the one that said, yo, Drake, get him to perform and we're cool. And I wasn't rapping at the time. So he said, yeah. But when me and him were beefing, I'm like, if I can't get on stage, he can't get on stage.
Okay, wait, so you're saying, okay, now I'm getting it. So you're saying you the one who called in a favor to get Pressa
on stage. Honestly, for years and years, I've been only listening to Not Like Us in my fucking washroom with my headphones. Let me go public. Years and years. I like that record.
You're not listening to Not Like Us. That's the first time I think you actually listened to the song. Stop it.
No, you know I listened to it.
I know, yeah. I know right now you mad at Drake, but I know in your heart you don't like that song, bro.
You can't even laugh. We already seen your leaked song playlist.
Facts.
We already seen, what was it, Euphoria? What was it, Euphoria or Not Like Us that was at the top of his song playlist? So y'all both listening to Kendrick Lamar.
You know the part I like the most?
What?
And honestly, no trolling. I know Drake's not a rapist, so I'll never disrespect him like that. But you know what he says? I know he's not a rapist. That's the one thing I can agree. But you know that part where it says, Chubbs, with the heavy, that's facts.
That's not. Hold on. Yeah.
And even
they told me Chubbs only want to get your hand-me-down and party at the party playing with So do Chubbs be getting Drake hand-me-downs? Do anybody?
And if that is true, and we do you see what I'm trying to say here? Look at this, yeah? Again, Diddy and Drake are the same. Because I saw another what was I watching? I was watching something. This is months ago. And they were mentioning that Diddy. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Now, here's the thing here. No, it was one artist. It was an R&B singer. I forgot his name. Like, I literally forgot his name. But that's not necessarily his right-hand man. But then, again, if Chubbs is what? More or less his right-hand man, his bodyguard. It's the same thing, which I don't know the situation with Christina Coram, aka KK or whatever. I don't know the situation. Yeah, the full situation. But if another indictment is coming and her name has been fully implicated in the first trial, yeah, I'm going to use the word first trial, and she wasn't arrested, she didn't take the stand, she didn't, for either the prosecution side or for Diddy's side, it's only a matter of time. So, and I said it to say this, if Drake does get arrested, if his houses do get arrested, so if his houses do get raided, best believe that Chubbs is also implicated. And whatever goes on at Mark Hotel, same situation. You think Ebony Prince 2K112 or whatever? I forgot his name, Ebony Prince, whatever. But like, do you think he's chatting rubbish with that evidence? No. There's a lot going on that we don't know. A lot. And I'm not here to say I'm perfect, because I'm not. But come on, man.
Got any pictures anywhere?
We all live. Don't say nothing that it's always going to be used against you. And because I think you mad, you mad.
Hold on, listen, Ak. It's crazy to see how somebody could be so head over heels in like one direction, and then it's like that, it's over. It lets me know like the friendship or whatever it was, the agreement, the arrangement was never really real in the first place.
Facts.
Listen, out of every nigga you met in Toronto, I'm the one that said, right now you can die tonight, God forbid, and I'll be there for you. I'll be there for your family. I'll send money for your family. I'll reminisce about you all day. These motherfuckers don't care. They just want to post by you. And this is me keeping it 100 with you. I didn't get
what he just said. This is how I know it's genuine, how he genuinely feels. Now, whether he would do that or not, I don't know. But again, that God forbid. But like, and Axe got his weird case too. Why is he still around? But anyway, the point is, that's interesting that he's seen that, because didn't whoop-de-doo, Young Thug, didn't he sorry, I just had to say whoop-de-doo and I made it for Young Thug because that's who I want to talk about. That's my reference point. But anyway, so didn't he also say something similar in regards to Drake? Yo, this and I guarantee you this ain't gonna be the first time. Yeah, I think also Future said something similar about Drake. This ain't gonna be the first. This ain't gonna be the last. There's gonna be more. That's just how it goes. Yeah, this is why you should always be genuine.
I'm mad that you posted him. I'm not mad that you posted a man that's dissing my hood on these records. You know what I'm trying to say?
Oh, wait, he posted. Is that a diss song?
Yeah, on the album he's dissing us. And even though nobody's listening to the album, it's still a diss. So it's not, I'm not saying you.
Man said, academics were like, wait, he's dissing us? He's like, even though nobody's listening to the album, he's still dissing us. It's the principle. At this point, it's the principle. Because if no one's listening, I don't care. But it's the principle at this point.
You can't be friends with him. I'm just saying you're posting a diss record. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's a bit of a contradiction.
Bro, you're saying don't be friends with him. That's what you're saying. Because if you're not saying that, then you... Come on, that's what you're saying.
They deserve to go through this, man. Let them go through this. It's hilarious to me. This shows you these conditional and transactional relationships. We've been talking about this shit all year, man.
Listen, we don't need a Drake cosign in 2026, man.
Man.
Who's the trending topic in Toronto right now? You tell me.
I don't know. I just see a new mixtape from like a legendary Toronto artist, man. I don't know.
Nothing was the fucking same since Kendrick ended it. You don't sue when you lose a battle, eh?
No, that was crazy. That was crazy, bro. That was actually wild.
You don't sue when you get a battle.
Did you ever think that OVO was working for me is looking crazier now?
What did I say?
You know everybody calls him a Kendrick shooter. And then now Kendrick then acquired a new shooter. He got Drake.
I
take that one too, nigga.
Can't trust him.
Oh my God!
You can't trust
You don't sue when you get a battle.
Facts.
You go in the studio, you perfect your sound.
Man, don't like, bruh. What can we? How can we, bruh? Like, you can't go against Drake. He's the biggest, bro.
This is why Trapler Ross. This is why you're considered a culture vulture as well. All right. And I barely react to your content, but I'm gonna have to at some point. But like, come on, man. If he was the biggest in terms of rap or music or whatever, do you think he would be going through this phase that he's going through now? Of course he wouldn't. He'll find a way to flip it and work in his favor even more. But instead he decided to sue. Instead he tried to, get his name back, tried to test the waters by using Party Next Door. But that didn't work to a degree. Yes, the song Nokia might be a hit in some other people's eyes, but other than that, I don't know. Do you understand? Then he tried to mimic Kendrick Lamar's videos. Like, let's make it make sense. So all I'm gonna say is you can't. Anyway, each to their own. Your opinion is your opinion, but facts will always remain. Yeah. Let's go.
He from back-to-back drop.
He didn't sue Pusha T either.
All I'm saying is you don't.
Of course, he didn't sue Pusha T, but this as to why Trapler Ross is flipping a culture vulture, not because he's British or you know what I mean, because technically, you know what I mean. Myself, I'm British, right? But when I say culture vulture, you don't know much about the culture of hip hop. You just don't, because in the first place, and even if you're following the current hip hop news, even then, it weren't the case of like you've seen that. You should have seen the interviews. What Pusha T was saying when he was promoting the album. So be it. No, let God sort him out. Do you understand? You heard what he was saying about Drake. The reason why they had to come off of Def Jam, they had to buy their way out of their contract. 7 figures is because of Drake. Come on, man. It's because of Drake. Come on, man. You can't be that much of a culture vulture. Know this information. Come on.
Man, when you lose the rap beat. And I'm tired of listening, not like us in my mom's fucking washroom. I want to listen in public now.
Man.
Listen, man. What we are now witnessing is the after effects of those diss tracks. Y'all remember the beginning of the year? I said this is not going to end anytime soon. I said this is going to go into 2026, 2027, and 2020. It's going to continue. Drake is just not going to be able to fall overnight. There is going to be a domino effect This is what we're witnessing right now, y'all.
You see people like Kendrick and you wonder why Kendrick stays true to a certain group of people, but the difference between them is that Kendrick grew up with most of the people that he stayed true to. And this is how you avoid situations like this.
Like we already talked about Drake.
Not just that, yeah.
Not having,
but not just that. It's naturally just being yourself. Do you get it? It's naturally just being yourself. When you are not yourself and you try to be someone that you're not, this is what tends to happen. It's the same thing that happened with Diddy. He's trying to be something he's not. Now he is where he is. Do you know what I mean? And anyway. Let's go.
His siblings. Never really being a part of a team. He's never
Nah. I can't say that. You can't say that he's never been part of a team. Because remember, he was part of Degrassi or whatever that show was called. I mean, technically, that is a team and part of a family dynamic. Not family dynamic, but if you've been part of a film set, you will understand, especially if you're a regular character. Do you understand? So you can't say that. One could argue that he never grew up with siblings, allegedly. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Because there was a point where we didn't think Diddy had any siblings the way it seemed like, but he has a sister. Anyway, let's go.
Football, never been a part of an actual team.
Drake seems like the guy who has made all his friends after coming into the industry. And we all know how fake the industry can be.
So then you see DJ Academics, see Top 5. You see all these guys that have things in common. They've never truly had any actual leadership positions. And the only time they've had any leadership position is when they have millions of dollars. They don't know how to actually lead. They know how to control. They know how to be a boss. This is what's going to happen.
These guys move this way because these guys expect to be in situations that benefit them. And the minute that they feel like some shit happening that's not benefiting them, now it's, oh, fuck that guy. I knew he was a bitch all this time.
Shut up. Shut up.
I hate that because I feel like if you felt like that from the beginning, you should have stuck to what you thought and not fuck with this the way that you did in the first place. But again, sometimes I get it. It's the bag. People be there for the play, and that's just what they do.
He's now promoting Kendrick Lamar, trying to act like, hey guys, I've turned a new leaf. I ain't gonna lie, this some bullshit. Brother, it's a load of horse shit. I don't like the smell of it. And even if this is real from Top 5, it's still bullshit.
Yeah, man. Shout out to all the reactors. And you see, this is the issue, yeah? Let's see what people say in the comments. We're going to get on this. By the way, did I even subscribe to what's his name channel? I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to subscribe to this guy's channel anyway. I'm pretty sure I subscribed. I can't even remember. Let's see. Everybody in your team whispering, you deserve it. There you go. We live in a simultaneously the worst and most hilarious timelines. 616 in LA, aging like fine wine. Exactly what I said. When you move like Drake, this is inevitable. Do you know what I mean? When you move like Drake, this is inevitable. But yeah, man. So give me a second, people. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Yeah, man, it's mad. Hit the subscribe button, turn on your post notifications. Yeah, I haven't even subscribed, so that is not the interview. But we're gonna get into that another day for another time. Oh. All right, listen, we'll get into that another time, right? But before we do that, right, what we want to do is 50 Cent versus Marlon Wayans. So 50 Cent versus Marlon. By the way, my name is Versatile, aka I could be an untrusted name you could trust when it comes to all things reactions. You see the title of this. Let me see if I can I'm sure there's like a compilation. So yeah, turning to post notifications. Yeah. Yeah, turning your post notification. We're gonna get this cracking, yeah. In fact, you know, it's best for me to go to Chick's Move and we do it from there. First of all, because to me, yeah, when you think about it, let's look at it from this perspective. Marlon Wayne is a comedian, as we know. 50 Cent is not a comedian, but he can be hilarious at times. All right. 50 Cent obviously released that documentary. Obviously he's one of the executives, producers, but he doesn't have creative control. But because of his name, because of his likeness, because of his beef with Diddy, it made it seem like, oh, he has creative control. But he doesn't. Okay? That's the first thing I want to make mention. And shout out to Chick's Move. Like, I have to create my own banner now because you got something similar. But anyway, I want something similar. That's cold. I can't even lie still. But where do we even start? Let's start with this one that was posted an hour ago, yeah? Or should we let... Oh, no, let's start from the beginning. I'm sure... Let's think. Cameron on me, Friday, Drake, Deja... No. So let's start with this one, and then we go to the latest one. All right? Shout out to Chick's Move.
YouTube. Chicks.
Get ready. You know what to do, Chicks. So look at Chick's Move. Hey, Chick's Move. Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while.
By the way, listen. And no, we're getting to
I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
Oh boy, here we go, you guys. Looks like 50 Cent wants all the smoke with Marlon Wayans. Right now, Marlon Wayans is on the promo run. He's promoting Scary Movie 6. So far, he's gone to a couple radio stations to promote the movie. But unfortunately for Marlon Wayans, he's doing a lot of harm to the movie promo run. The man is damn near about to get him.
I don't think it's doing a lot of harm to the movie. Let's be real. It's been a long time since the Wayans family, especially Marlon and Sean Wayans, has been associated with the brand Scary Movie, the film franchise Scary Movie. And when they're involved, let's be honest, it's 10 times better. You understand? And the irony of it, yeah, I swear, the irony of this, yeah, you can't make this up. I think at one point, they didn't have ownership of the franchise name. It was with Harvey Weinstein. I could be wrong, but I think that's the case, which is why, do you understand what I'm trying to say? It's kind of ironic, isn't it? So we're gonna go through this and see it, and then if he doesn't keep the same energy, then we see what it is. If he does keep the same energy, fair play. But if he doesn't keep the same energy, we know what time it is. Let's go.
Himself canceled. Hey, Marlon, if you do not want people to go watch this movie, you are doing a fantastic job at it, brother. Now, Marlon Wayans has found himself in some hot water. A couple days ago on a radio interview, the host asked him, hey, bro, are you gonna go watch the Diddy doc? Now, Marlon could have easily said, hey, you know what? I just haven't gotten to it, brother. I've been running around doing promo for this movie. When I get back home, I'm gonna watch it. He could have easily given a PR answer and moved on. You gotta remember, if you're doing promo for a movie, you're not just representing yourself. You're representing your castmates, the producer, everybody that worked on that movie. People that sacrificed time with their families, hoping to make money with this movie. But here you go, refusing to take your personal feelings out of the question. Marlon Wayans gave a very interesting response. He said, hey, listen, this doc doesn't humanize Diddy. Diddy has a family. He's got kids. He's got a new...
That's not the point of a documentary. Watch this, yeah? Hold on. What is the purpose of a documentary? Excuse me. Excuse me. All right, so we're going to get back to that in a minute, yeah? But bear with me. The purpose of a documentary is to creatively document reality, aiming to educate, inform, raise awareness, and preserve history by exploring real-life events, people, or issues, offering insights not typically accessible, and sparking thought or action through factual storytelling. That is the purpose of a documentary. Marlon Wayans, being in the entertainment industry for decades, should understand and know this information already. If he doesn't, cool, it is what it is, because we all don't know it all. But that's the purpose. The purpose isn't necessarily to humanize him. Forget trying to humanize someone, because that's setting an agenda alone anyway. The whole point is to raise awareness. You've seen that, right? To talk about factual, real life events, to preserve history that happened, and to educate and to inform. That's the whole point. And yes, he has children, but this is what happens. It's collateral damage, unfortunately, when you do harm to others, and you got kids, you got children of many different ages, and then eventually sins of a father, innit? It's that saying. And that's the sad truth, but let's keep it moving.
Newborn, and this documentary does not humanize him. Here's what he said, you guys.
Are you gonna watch the Diddy documentary?
Eventually, but you know, I look, man, I'm not gonna keep throwing the dude under the bus, man, and serving time in prison. You know, I know Diddy, I know his kids. You know, it must be hard for them. You know what I mean? At a point, you know what I'm saying, like on a human level, I just go, all right, man, we did it. I'm Diddy'd out. We diddied it. We diddied it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, look, how much more he's already incarcerated. How much further under the bus do you throw him in right now?
You're closer to it than people realize, I think.
And we ain't that close.
Not close.
Say that into the camera.
We ain't baby all close.
Nah, you stupid.
But yo, look, Puff is
Nah. You working with
I've
Pac?
known Puff for 30 years.
You saw Big before he passed?
Yeah.
Bro, so you're close. And Jack, what were you saying about that?
I went to college with Puff.
Hang on.
And here's the thing. Fairs, you may have went to college with Puff, but you hung with Tupac. Tupac already said his thoughts on Puff, Puffy, Diddy, whatever. He's already told you see, it's like, this is what you call disloyalty. It's disloyalty. I'm trying to think of another word for it, but it's disloyalty. How are you friends with this guy, with Tupac, and then you're now chilling and partying with, do you see what I'm going to say? Well, you're saying that do you know what I mean? And you're talking about throwing him under the bus. Well, while he wasn't in prison, it's ironic, because it was when Tupac was in prison, he was letting you know what time it was when it come to Puffy and Biggie, but most in this case Puffy, right? He was letting you know. When he came out of prison, he was letting you know about Puffy. In the song Hit 'Em Up, he literally tells you. He literally tells you towards the end of the song. He got like 16 bars just talking. Not even rapping, he's talking. If you want to be down with Bad Boy, then F you too. Come on, man. Think about it. And you want to say that you were friends with Tupac. No, you wasn't. You were just associated because of a threat. I don't know. Let me not. Do you know what I mean? But like, what? It clearly wasn't friendship. It clearly wasn't friendship.
What were you saying?
I knew Diddy when he was Puffy.
Okay.
Exactly.
In the documentary, there was insinuations of, that Diddy possibly had something to do with both Tupac.
Okay, now hear me out. This is why. Give me a second, people. I'm trying to make sure this thing. All right, this is why, yeah. This is why, when it comes down to it, if you're someone on the radio or someone in the press kit to PR, like I don't know, media, if you are trying to get someone to watch something, you don't do it by doing that. Do you see what I'm saying? You could have easily asked him, you were a friend of Tupac, right? And you're also a friend of Biggie, right? Look, all I ask, just watch the movie. Look, everyone's gonna go watch your movie, Scary Movie 6. Oh, this might be another scary movie. And you can do another Scary Movie 7 and add whatever you want to add from there. You'll be inspired. Like in a positive way. Do you understand? But yeah, that's how you inspire them to go watch it when they got time. Then you move on to the next subject. So, in some degree, it's not necessarily Marlon's fault. However, let's keep it moving.
And Biggie. And,
Who's telling the story, right? You can skew
people very close to the situation.
But you can skew. You can create any narrative as a producer and as a director and as a storyteller. I can create a narrative. I could be like, you know what?
You have.
I could create a narrative.
Well,
we
see it all the time in reality shows.
Like,
reality
that's right.
shows.
Yeah,
That's how
you're
they
creating
you write
a narrative. It doesn't mean it's true. It doesn't mean it's true. I can get interviews. I can do this. I can get footage, and I could make you think this about that person.
Nah, for sure, yeah.
And that doesn't necessarily mean it's true. So for me, I think, look, 50 and Puff have a long-term beef. It's personal. It's between.
People are saying 50's wrong for doing it, but 50's right for doing it.
Look, see, here's the thing. Again, it's pushed out as a narrative. Do you see? We're talking about narrative. You see how the narrative is seeming as if Puff, that 50 Cent was the one that made the documentary. Yes, he's part of it. He's involved, but he does not have creative control. Yeah. However, because you haven't seen the documentary, you're now assuming. Do you understand? Now you're assuming. That's like me assuming that Scary Movie 6 is going to be childish and goofy based on when I watched Scary Movie 1 and 2 and 3. Do you understand? It wasn't goofy or childish per se, but from the lens point of me watching from a certain age, do you understand what I'm talking about? So one could make that argument. And knowing that Marlon can be very childish and goofy, do you understand? And make a lot of, do you know what I mean? Certain type of jokes, which is kind of ironic, if you know what I'm talking about. So, but then you should also, it's the media's fault. They should be the ones saying, oh, wait, yes, 50 Cent is involved, but it's this person, it's Alexandria Stapleton, who is the director. Do you know what I mean? She's Emmy Award winning already. Do you know what I mean? So obviously, and they have a great research team, and they basically did a great job, from my opinion, on this documentary. Look, you should go watch it in your time, and then come back and let us know your thoughts on the documentary. It's that simple. So they kind of instigated, because they could have easily said, no, I know you're talking about narratives, but hang on now. Do you know what I mean? But again, narratives, yeah. Where was it? I need to see where was I? Give me a second. So yeah, it's just mad. Let me just show you something here. Chapter. Because what it's reminding me of, and I'll say it again, chapter 1, power, 50th law. Chapter 1, see things for what they are. Yeah? Intense realism. And this is why I'd strongly recommend that you go read that book, buy the book. Yeah? Go buy the book. Go buy the book. I'm going to repeat this again. Go buy the book, The 50th Law. The link is going to be in the pinned comments. The reason why I'm recommending that you go buy it, not just because disclaimer, yeah, I get paid from Amazon and whatnot, but mainly because that book is co-authored by 50 Cent and Robert Greene. Yeah? And you will get an understanding of this whole situation, why 50 moves the way that he moves. Also, you get a deep understanding of certain situations. Like, I would even recommend Marlon Wayans to go read that book. You know what I'm saying? Because what is you doing? You're talking about narratives. Now you're trying to push a narrative. But let's go.
It's between him and Puff. And before it's between him and Puff, it's between both of them and God. Just the way Puff is down on his luck and 50's kicking the man when he's down.
God is gonna.
If 50 ever luck.
No, I see. What happened to Cassie? Do you see what I'm trying to say? What happened to Cassie? Wasn't Diddy kicking her when she was down? We saw that video. And I don't know, but Marlon must have seen that video. Like I'm sure like I'm pretty sure, yeah. Give me a second. I'm pretty sure he's seen that video. So what are you talking about? Kicking someone when he's down? And knowing of things. This is why you should never talk on things you haven't seen. And I get it. You're talking about narratives, this, that. Cool story. But go see the credit. Look at the credits. You're a director. You're a producer. You know that there's more people involved in the project in regards to film, media, all that stuff. You know that. So if he knows this information, he should know that 50 Cent is not the only one that's involved. He should know that.
Turn up on 50, that you got to be careful what you put out. There's a karma to every action that you do.
You think we'll see that day?
Huh?
You think we'll see that day?
I don't think 50 does dumb stuff. He's very smart, in terms of his business. I think he already had his.
I think we already would have saw it.
He got shot 9 times. He paid his debt early. So that's why he's like.
And then you got these people laughing. It's not funny. That's not even funny. I don't care what nobody says. 50 was almost unalived, and you're telling me that's funny? You're saying that he's karma? For what? So that's like saying, all right, look at this. That's like saying in 1994 at Quad Studios on the 30th of November, when Tupac got, robbed and shot at Quad Studios. Oh, what? Is that Tupac's karma? Oh, the fatal incident that happened on the 7th of September 1996. Oh, that's Tupac's karma? Is that what you're saying? Because that's what it sounds like to me. And yes, there are consequences to actions. I'm not saying that there isn't. But the reality is always going to be, you don't know who's got something against you regardless of karma. That's not karma. That's not karma. I think some people don't know what karma is. Yeah, I just genuinely believe some people don't know what karma is. Some people use it in such a loose way where they think, you know what I mean, and some people don't believe in karma. Because what are you talking about, Marlon? What are you talking about? Now, seriously, leave answer the comment section below. Are you understanding what Marlon's saying? Is my interpretation of what I've been saying in reference to Tupac is in the same vein? But watch this. So basically, what is the meaning of karma? Yeah. So, all right. So it's from Sanskrit, karma, action, effect, fate. But anyway, it says here, in Hinduism and Buddhism, it's the sum of a person's actions in this and previous states of existence, as deciding their fate in future existences. Informal, good or bad luck viewed as resulting from one's actions. That's not, so you're telling me, because we don't know what led up to 50 being shot at 9 times. We don't. Some people, okay, they may want to make jokes on social media and say, oh, because of how 50 reacts to certain situation, they'll be like, oh, this is why he got shot at 9 times. Oh, I understand why. Come on, man. You don't know why he got shot at. There's a real... What did 50 say? He goes, it's a clear sign that he's here for a real reason. Man. You see? You're saying from beef. Go watch the documentary, Marlon. Go watch the documentary. First of all, Tupac already, do you know what I mean? The beef was just about going to be over anyway. Because in the same interview where he's talking about Puffy, talking about he has reason to believe Puffy was involved. What happened to him in 1994? Do you know what I mean? At Quest Studios. I'm pretty sure it's the same interview. I'm pretty sure it's the same interview where he said, where Suge Knight gave him advice and said, you know what I mean? Seeing Biggie as his little brother, just like a slap on the wrist, just, do you know what I mean? But I'm gonna take you down, like it's just some brother-ish. Do you know what I mean? That's all it really was. Because ultimately, he knew, yeah, Biggie wasn't involved. He never even said Biggie set him up. Well, he kind of did, but kind of didn't. But he felt like Biggie knew who set. He felt like Biggie knew who set him up. Because how you want to claim you're king of New York if you can't? Do you see what I'm gonna say? But at that side, though, it's not. You're trying to claim it's because of this beef situation. Nah, there's too much of a coincidence in the way that they both pied. Too much of a coincidence. And when there's a pattern like that, oh, there's certain key individual people that are involved in both situations. I'm not saying 100% that Diddy's involved. I can't say that verbatim. I can't claim that because I don't have the facts. I don't have the evidence. I can go on based on logic and timeline of events. That's what I can go on. But in the same time, I do recommend Marlon goes watch that documentary. Talk about anyway. Let's go. Hey, all I know is Diddy's not getting out. Well, I don't know the verbatim, but not far. Shut up. You should have thought of that before doing all that stuff. No, 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 no. It's not a we thing. It's not society thing. That's. Listen, if you don't want to go watch that documentary, just say you don't want to watch it. If you say you want to talk about you, then talk about you. That's all you need to do. Like he's the one that's dragging it out, and I get the people also interviewing him is also kind of extending it a bit further, but he could be easily like, no, I haven't seen the documentary. As you can see, I'm trying to promote Scary Movie 6. That's got XYZ in it, blah, blah, blah. It's good to be back working with Sean. That he's also in it now. Do you know what I mean? And then so on and so forth. Just keep it all the way 100 on that. Because, yeah, is he avoiding the question? Yes and no. But if he hasn't seen it, he hasn't seen it. You've got no opinion. You should have no opinion on something you haven't seen. It doesn't make sense. That's like me, for example, in terms of sports, for example, yeah. In fact, no, let me use a TV series, for example. That's like me saying, in fact, I'll use movies. Obviously, Marlon Wayans is in one, yeah, he's in White Chicks. That's like me saying, oh, White Chicks. Well, I've seen the movie in it, so I can't really say that. But I can say, oh, White Chicks is trash. but I've seen the movie, right? So I can say that is trash because I've seen the movie, but I don't believe it's trash personally. But if I had I not seen the movie and I said it was trash, or I would say, or I say, oh, it's called White Chicks, and you got these guys dressing up as women. Like, why would I want to watch that? Do you see the point I'm trying to make? You're making assumptions about something that you have no idea about. And if someone says about, oh yeah, but who's, you know what I mean? They're trying to paint a narrative of blah blah blah. But who's painting the narrative? Oh, it's these. Yeah, but what do they normally talk about? Do you get it? That's how it seems like. To me, you can't talk on something you have no opinion on. You see, who said anything about cancel culture? Who said anything about cancel culture? Nobody. Nobody said anything about cancel culture. Just watch the documentary. It's clear you haven't seen it. We understand you haven't seen it. If you don't want to watch it, just say you don't want to watch it. If you say you're unavailable to watch it at the moment, you're unavailable. It still would make sense because you naturally are making movies and TV shows of your own. Simple. Yeah, become human. Hold people accountable for their actions. If someone has done something wrong, I'm accountable. If someone has done something wrong against humans, hold them accountable. Especially towards women, you hold them accountable. I don't know what that was, but yeah, you hold them accountable. That part. Facts. I shout out to Stacey. Listen. And this is look, see, look. Why are you posting 12-year posting 50 as a 12-year slave movies? For what? And here's the other thing. 50 Cent is not the only executive producer on the documentary as well. Plus, there's multiple different documentaries that are directed and executively produced by other people. This is before 50 Cent one. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I've seen them all, but I don't know. But let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Facts. 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 That's the point. Facts. Yeah, so in terms of target, he sent those type of flowers to 50. Think about it now. You see what I'm trying to say? Facts. Like I said, this is just the epitome. Yeah, it's the epitome of simply, oh, Corey Holcomb. We won't react to it today, but I'll probably watch it and then talk about it in another episode or another video I'll do. But I'm not surprised that Corey Holcomb goes off of Marlon Wayans. I'm not surprised. I'm genuinely not surprised. I'm genuinely not surprised. That was 2 hours ago as well. Anyway, let's see what people say in the comments real quick. I want to get to the latest one, though. Let me get to the latest one. Chick's telling the comedian he don't want beef. It's high cake funny. I mean, you act like 50 Victor sweet or something. Marlon was only responding to a question. He didn't say anything about the documentary at first. I'm going to put, personally, if you have not seen or heard something, you should not have an opinion to even assume, because when you assume, oh, you know the saying, and we all know Marlon Wayans definitely likes making himself that way. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm gonna say it like that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say it like that. But anyway, hit the subscribe button, turn on your post notifications. Got more content on the way. Let me know what your thoughts are. Yeah, man. And like I said, go get 50 Cent and Robert Greene's book, The 50th Law. The link is going to be in the pinned comment. Yeah, and the reason why you should get that is because you'll get a full understanding. Because even if you're neither on 50 Cent's side or on Marlon's side, and you don't know where to stand on this situation, I recommend you still check out that book. Go buy that book. Yeah. and you'll get a greater insight. And plus, it will literally help you with your life and your career. It would genuinely do it. Like on a genuine level, it will help you with your life and your career. Yeah, it's helped me. It's still helping me. And hey, listen. Yes, disclaimer. I will get paid some commission from it. Maybe not a lot of commission, but I'll still get paid some commission from it. All right, because obviously, man's gonna get paid in that. But yeah, me. Aside from that, I do strongly recommend you buy that book and read it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But anyway, let's keep it moving. Let's get to the latest one from Chicks Move. In regards to wait a minute. That's new to me. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could do that. Okay. All right, so this was 2 hours ago. Yeah, let's go. Marlon Wayans destroys 50 Cent and dresses backlash. Let's see. You got another trade. He might be winning. Nah, he's not winning. Let me tell you why Marlon. Obviously, we still got to watch the rest of the video, yeah. But let me tell you why Marlon is not winning. Because then the thing he could have done was just say, "Look, 50, I don't want no smoke with you. End of the day, look, I haven't seen the documentary. I haven't seen it yet. That's all I was saying. Yeah, that's all he had to say. That's all he look. That's all he had to say. But if he wants to go back and forth with 50, and I know some people want to say it's a comedian, like 50 has made his match going against a comedian. I don't think that's wise, blah, blah, blah. It's not about going against a comedian. It's not. It's not about being petty for being petty. It's not. In this situation, the whole point is 50 Cent is part of a documentary series, yeah, called Sean Combs' The Reckoning. It is assumed by some and also Marlon that 50 Cent is that has creative control and he's doing this because of personal vendetta. That's the only reason why some people won't watch it. And if you do watch it, and when you do watch it, you'll realize it's not that. He went light. Then I realized, okay, it makes sense. He's telling a story. Beginning, middle, and where Diddy is right now. Simple as that. You can't. You see, with comedy, yeah, some people be like, oh, with roasting sessions, you can't win in a roasting session, blah, 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 if you're not someone that's a comedian, blah, blah, blah. This isn't about comedy. This is about facts. This is about evidence. This is about exposing someone who is a narcissistic, evil, disgusting, vile creature, allegedly. I'm going to use that word there because what I'm saying could violate YouTube community guidelines, and I apologize for that, YouTube, but I have to say what I've got to say. That's what it's informing. It's an educational type of thing. It's a thing where if you're a parent, watch this. Watch this. So you can understand how your children are growing up. So you can understand how to navigate certain situations. Let's go. Fact. But Marlon, you say, for the record, I don't condone any abuse of women, period. Yet, you're the one. Do you see what I'm trying to say here? So maybe he has not seen that video of Cassie being abused by Diddy. Maybe he has not seen it. So I'm willing to give him a bit of, I'll give him a blight on that if he hasn't seen it. But if he has seen it, you're a hypocrite. And here's the thing, I'm not saying again that 50 Cent is an angel. I know I put in a description that he's an angel for this or whatever, but that's creative license, that's hyperbole, what you want to call it. Aside from that, look, do you know how mad this is? You're saying you don't condone it. What does that mean? Actions speak louder than words. Simple as that. It speaks louder than words. Let's keep it moving. So you know it's AI. So you know it's AI. So you know it's AI. So what we doing here? You're saying you don't condone abuse to women. But then you are still posting things like this. And obviously I'm not saying Diddy's a woman or 50's a woman, but you're still posting this. AI. Of what do you see what I'm trying to say? Anyway, let's keep moving. Yes, you are. I'm going to repeat it one more time. You cannot have an opinion on something if you have not watched, in this case, if you have not watched that documentary. You can't have an opinion. I do not care. I don't care who you are. I don't care how rich you are. I don't care about the connects you have. You cannot have an opinion if you have not watched it. If you've watched it, then you can have your opinion. It's like, what's his name? I forgot his name now. Oh, I forgot his name. But one guy who he basically interviewed Biggie at one stage in his career, and he mentioned that in the way he didn't like the way that clip was used. But I'll be honest, you haven't released a full interview. I don't know if you got the full footage. So if you got the full footage, release it. But other than that, I get what he's saying, and he can have that opinion. Yeah, he can have that opinion because he's watched the documentary, right? Marlon can't have an opinion. He's like, just watch it. That's all he's got to do, and I guarantee once he watches it, he's gonna have a different opinion. And this is my whole point. You're saying all of this to do this, to back to trolling his throne. And the question I have for Marlon is why? Because clearly, I'm not gonna say you need this PR, this marketing, this attention, but listen, it's working in your favor, right? Because at the end of the day, 50 Cent is trending because of this documentary. Yes, it was misconstrued, and it seemed like the narrative is that, but you're then pushing the narrative. This is what's so mad. Instead of him to say, listen, I know I've seen that clip. Someone has clipped what I said. They didn't put the full context of what I was talking about. But even within that small context, just the interview, it's still, or that segment of the interview is still enough for him to address and say, listen, I apologize. I haven't seen the documentary. That's exactly what it is. I haven't seen it. All right. I will now go watch the documentary in my own time, and then I will come back and I will explain. I will give my opinion then. Until then, cool. You don't have to troll 50 or try to troll 50, but cool. This is entertaining for me, so I don't really care. You know what I mean? Bye. Told you. Facts. Facts. How? No, 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 no. I think if we're doing trolling for trolling, how? Because AI pictures, you can't be involved. I'm sorry. In this particular case scenario, it shouldn't be involved. It shouldn't be. But again, I don't think it's about comedic value or anything like that. Personally, it's about facts and evidence. That picture he took where he's bare fruity, get it. That's because of, I think, one of his sons. All right, but like, he's still, that's a real picture. This, however, is not a real picture. Do you see what I'm trying to make? Trying to say, and then I get it. That Many Men rendition, I'm not gonna lie, that was hilarious to me. I won't even lie to you. That's hilarious. It's actually hilarious. It's hilarious. If he just stuck with that, then I might say, all right, trolling for troll. You know what I mean? Like they're on the same. Yeah, it's the same level right now. But now 50's up. Pause. No Diddy. It's not over yet, though. It's not over yet. Eventually. Eventually. Okay, listen, we've heard all that. We've heard all that. We've heard all that. We've heard all that. Let's see what people are saying. He wasn't defending it. He wasn't defending Diddy. He was defending human decency. Get out of here, man. Bible, basic instruction before leaving Earth. Go read your Bible, people. Posting AI pics as a rebuttal is corny as hell. On what planet did he destroy 50? Exactly. On what planet did he destroy 50? On what planet is 50 losing right now? He's not. 50 will, in this regard, 50 is winning. Not just because of the meme battles online. It's not even about that. Personally, it's about the facts. Yeah. If you have not seen the documentary and you have an opinion about it, you're losing because now there's a narrative. That's the narrative. The narrative is you're assuming that it's this or that because of a personal beef that 50 has with Diddy. And then you have to remember, he doesn't have creative control. I am not sorry. Marlon Wayans is not winning this meme trolling with Fifth because he claims to not condone DV against women, yet he still has not even watched the documentary. And when you deep it, he is the one who caused the narrative. Do you understand? He's the one that caused it. And now wants to try and troll. Do you know what I mean? He's the one that caused it. Because, like I said, all he had to do, all he had to do was simply make sure you just say, look, they asked me these questions. I said eventually I will watch it. The narrative seemed like I'm defending so-and-so, not defending. But just so you know, I haven't seen the documentary. Before I assume anything, I have my opinion on the documentary. Let me go watch the documentary, then so on and so forth. That's how you do it. Do you understand? You don't do the way he's trolling is mad. Yeah, like I said, it's basically. Hold on, give me a second. Let me just get this up properly. It's the chapter, basically his situation, and I'm going to keep it all the way 100 with you. Yeah, it is chapter 1. See things for what they are. Intense realism. Yeah. You need to understand your surroundings. You need to understand what the facts are. I get there is narratives that can be pushed and unfortunately does get pushed. But in this case scenario, no. he has to watch the documentary. This is why I recommend that you go in the pinned comments when it's available. But in the pinned comments, I will have the link to the 50th Law book by Robert Greene and 50 Cent, and they explain further in what chapter 1 is, but also the other laws. You know what I mean? The other chapters. I really recommend you get that book, not just because obviously I get commission and that, but like for real, it's a book that is worth reading. It's a genuine book that's worth reading. All right, so boom, yeah. I think next we're gonna where is it? Corey Holcomb. Let's see his response. Facts. Facts. Damn. Hey yo. Hey yo. Makes sense. I hate what you say. Makes sense. Let's keep moving. Mm-hmm. Damn. He said, if you're in the music business, the devil is going to reveal himself to you. There's no way around it. Or what? What did he say? That's crazy. Damn. True. Why is it just music industry? Because I've heard, again, I don't know. There was a time where there was this conspiracy where, do you know what I mean? It was the entertainment industry as a whole. You know what I mean? And then when you hear these things, it's like, raw, maybe they were right. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but that's just years ago when I heard this. Damn. There we go. It was AI. The moment I saw it, I knew it was AI. Facts. Facts. That's the only reason why you're doing it. Mm-hmm. Trust me. He don't back down against nobody. That's mad. But like I said, Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Facts. That's what it looks like. He's wild, but and it's hilarious. But come on, facts. Yeah, of course we're gonna post that. But like, it looked like 50 was taking May shopping. I know it looks mad, innit? But anyway, I didn't catch that one. I can't lie. It does, but no, no, no. I hear it, but there's a but here. No, did he? The situation here is different. Do you know why? It's because we're going with facts. Because you can still use an AI picture for memeing and roasting someone if you're talking about a fact. Do you understand? This situation is not a fact. Do you understand? Now, if we're using clips from Window Shopper where it looked like 50's taking Mace window like window shopping or whatever, or you know what I mean, taking Mace shopping, cool. Do you understand? Because then now he can't run with the narrative now that it's because because Diddy wanted to take him shopping. Now he can't run with that narrative. He has to use a different narrative. Do you understand? And then um the rub oil on him, that joint that with the many men, that's hilarious. Do you understand? But again, we're talking about narratives here, yeah. If we're, if he's gonna be talking about narratives, he has to stick with the fact is you haven't watched a documentary. You're the one that is creating that narrative, assuming the documentary is about something, about a personal vendetta. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So Marlon can't say it's bullying, it's this or that. No, what are you talking about? Marlon ain't meant for a comedian. He's yeah. campaign. Facts. Facts. Not like that. True. That he hasn't watched. Until he's watched it, 50's winning. Hungry people. Ah. All right, people. Let's keep it moving. Let's go. Fact. Yeah. Anyway, let's quickly comment. Leave a comment. See what people are saying. Marlon is as confused. Anyway, we are watching the out in Obude. They're showing themselves believe. There you go. If you know, you know. When I was talking about that earlier, that's what I was talking about. That conspiracy earlier. Hey yo, that's what that is. Marlon, the same man saying that he tongue kissed his brother to learn how to kiss. I have brothers and sisters, and I've never kissed them in the mouth. He's talking up for that part. They think Diddy about to get out. Everybody wants to speak up now. I'm gonna put this ain't about who is better or winning a roast with Marlon Wayans versus Fifth. Do you know what I mean? Marlon Wayans is complaining about a narrative being pushed, but here he is not realizing he has not watched the documentary, so he is the one who is pushing the narrative. But look, this is hilarious. Hilarious because they both can be funny, but facts always matter. Do you know what I mean? Facts always matter. And you can't have an opinion on something if you haven't seen the documentary. All right. But anyway, bear with me a few seconds. Hit the subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, leave a comment in the comments below. We're gonna get to this, and give me a second. All right, people, listen. Shout out to everyone watching. By the way, my name is Versatile, aka I could be on trust, and name you can trust comes to orphans reaction. And listen, you already know what time it is. Go to the pinned comments in the comments, but in the pinned comments, go to that link, purchase your the 50th floor. Especially if you understand this content, you want to learn more about this particular content or live stream. That 50th floor of power. Trust me, it's a great book. Yes, I get paid some commission from it. It is what it is. Gotta get paid. But anyway, let's get to the next thing in regards to Diddy again. So shout out to Tisa Tells. But yeah, man, let's go. All right, let's hit the like button. Yeah. Hold on. Anyway. What about the jurors that anyway? Damn. 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 I mean, that's the obvious. Come on. Yeah, that's definitely abuse. Obviously, this is why Diddy's mom was supposed to talk, but she declined the documentary. Oh, I just realized this isn't sharing. Oh, my bad, yo. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Damn. I'm still. You were hearing everything anyway, so we're gonna continue because I don't want to just start over because it doesn't make no sense. All right. Hang on, people. Bear with me, people. Hang on. Okay, I just realized it wasn't playing. The audio wasn't playing. That's mad because this video's just 10 minutes long. This is supposed to be the last video. Bear with me. Let's go. Bro. Not even 99.9, 100%. There's a current investigation going. Wow. I just realized the audio is not working, is it? Hey, what's going on? Was this like this for the rest of the thing? Oh my days. This could have been a wasted stream. He's telling a story in my own time on something. Nah, listen, you guys. Yeah, these last two videos, it looks exactly like are wasted. So we might have to come back to this video tomorrow. Go back to the other one in regards to Marlon Wayans tomorrow, or maybe not. I don't know. Same difference with the other one. I'm actually disappointed. I'm disappointed. It just shows I can't go from one tab to another tab. I thought I was trying to prep. I thought I was trying to prep, but clearly I couldn't. It's mad. It's mad. But overall, yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on this whole situation. Marlon versus 50. Yeah, is it a roast? Is it a genuine roasting battle? Do you know what I mean? Like, or not a genuine roast? Hold on. Not a roast. Hold on. Echoes and that. Yeah, I'm saying it's not the. What was I saying? Forgot what I was saying. Yeah, so yeah, it's not from my perspective. Yeah, the Marlon Wayans versus 50 Cent is smart on both ends because 50 Cent is able to continuously promote the documentary. Fine, because that's what he does. Social media trolling, it works in his favor regardless. And then as far as what's his name, Marlon Wayans, I don't know what the intent is. I don't know whether he just feeling, when you just have a guilty conscience, but it's like you have to go back and forth somehow with 50, and you know what I mean. But in a way, he's helping the documentary trend even more, thankfully, right? But his point is he hasn't watched the documentary, but he's acting like he has an opinion on the documentary, thinking there's a narrative. But he's the one that is pushing the narrative that there's a narrative that there's a personal vendetta. And 50 doesn't have the creative control. So you do the maths. Then as far as this whole Diddy and Drake situation, yeah, they're one and the same. Yeah, because Drake is a culture vulture, Diddy is a culture vulture. It's essentially that. It's I don't care how much people they have helped, yeah, how much people they've made quote unquote rich or whatever the case may be, they're still culture vultures. They still are predators, allegedly. Yeah, we know Diddy is from the documentary we've seen. Trust me, I would do more document. I would do a reaction to another Drake documentary. I've got one on this channel, and I promise you, yeah, that in that documentary they alluded that Extraterrestrial, yeah, Tupac also alluded to Puffy having involvement in the situation in Quad Studios in 1994. And then you got here you have Marlon, who claims to be Tupac's friend, yet you are partying with Diddy for 15 years. And then you want to say, anyway, listen, sometimes you just have to call out BS. But anyway, like, follow, subscribe for more. Yeah. Apologize for the sound in the end of the